Good morning, Deify here, and welcome back to Kitty Powers Matchmaker Quest for all the achievements, 6 more kids, but unfortunately, 1 lost episode. Alas, as I was recording yesterday, right as I hit the stop recording button on OBS, it crashed and I lost the entire episode. That is a darn shame. Let's see, some notable events. I set up a glam couple based solely on their interests. I didn't know if their personality lined up at all. They moved in together, so I mean that was fine. I can't remember the other ones that I set up, but we'll see some of the news here. It doesn't look like it's very good, but yeah, these are the 2 that I set up based solely on interest. They both like celebrity socialites, I think. And yeah, they did all right. This was the other one. Minty broke up with Thomas. We finally set up Thomas. You'll remember him. And now we can see Abraham Easterwall. Ooh, Mark's giving me the heave-ho, and I'm sorry you didn't see these 2 set up, but I can't control technology sometimes. We're gonna stay friends, though. I really like him and all, especially his never-ending talk about collecting skulls, and his unusual passion for collecting thimbles didn't bother me neither. I did tell a few porkies that probably didn't help him feeling a bit sad, but I'll be alright. Yeah, there's a -3. What a darn shame. Then, hey, Paul moved in with Paris. Paris and I are still together. And we both have a place of our own. We both really enjoy art glass. We're so compatible that I can easily live with her obsession with body glitter. Best thing is I was completely honest with her. We're really happy together. This could be for life. And that will bring us back to, I think, just 1 away from reputation. So, I'll catch you up story-wise once we start the dates. Ah yes, I did forget one thing. We got to level 20, set up Kitty Powers with someone who we only knew lined up on 2 out of 3 personality traits, and they ended up getting 3 out of 4, and I set them up on interests. No, I set them up on personality alone. That was fine, and then we came to a new town called Lower Underwood, and that's where we are now. Okay, so we're all caught up. Game-wise, story-wise, like I said, will come later. Tony Beanberry, the 2-star estate manager, and Aquarius, born on February 16th, looking for a man. I believe that might be my cousin's birthday. He's interested in going to bookshops, 5-a-side football, and magnifying glasses. I really should learn my cousin's birthday. It's so close to mine, and I don't know it. He has a preference for blue eyes and white hair, active, methodical, expert, traditional, and spicy. His bad habit is being bossy, and his guilty pleasure is collecting thimbles. So practical with some vintage. We don't have a lot of options for you. Well, we're going to try Mitchell Eggsmith. He's a 3-star concert violinist and a Capricorn. They don't line up horoscopically, but 3 ticks of attraction and his love of spring cleaning as well as crossword puzzles is pretty darn good, and we don't know anything else about him, so off we go on our adventure. So, story time. Let's see, what did I talk about yesterday? I would assume the fact, namely, that I spent all day working on my pitch presentation and then had to give my pitch. And I was super nervous after it, like up to it and after it. Hot white meat dish. Sauteed reindeer? No, probably not. Chicken, banana, and peanut casserole, however. I'm not a good public speaker. I'm decently good in front of a camera, I like to think, but I'm really not sure. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I think I can put on pretty entertaining videos, though. But public speaking is one of my biggest fears, and so I had to give my game presentation. I guess it wasn't a pitch presentation, but I had to present the game that I wanted to put up for consideration for working on throughout this entire year for my senior project. And so I did that in front of the class, and oh man, that was scary. I gave it. People say I did pretty well, but when I got back to my seat, I waited like 3 to 4 minutes to like try and get myself to recover. And then the first thing that I said to my friend who was sitting next to me was, "Dude, I can't breathe." And so he gave me like that really nice friendly advice to just inhale, count to 4, exhale, and count to 4 again, and keep doing that. And it took about 10 minutes before I stopped hyperventilating. But thankfully, I did come out okay. But man, was it like not fun. I really don't like being that nervous. It freaks me out. Who wants to be hyperventilating right after giving a presentation? 2 out of 3 is pretty darn good. And actually with this Kitty Powers, we could probably set these 2 up and I would be A-okay with that. However, we did get the chef minigame. That is a little unfortunate, so I guess we'll have to memorize this. It had a hint of supreme beingness, it had a texture of exquisite deliciousness, it was pan-dimensionally satisfying, it had an aftertaste beyond normal human comprehension, it had an unparalleled divine moistness, had an overtone of cosmic amazingness, and its presentation was of the greatest magnitude. Yes, very good to say so. And it is time for them to leave the restaurant. I believe that these two are quite good together. So yes, let us do that. Set these two up. I wish you two the best of luck in the future, and any babies you want to give me will be gladly accepted. Thank you. Oh boy, what a name. Gets better. Bartholomew Badburger. That is some alliteration of the next level. That's amazing. He's a 2-star aerobics instructor and a Libra born on October 1st. There's so many B's in there. Bartholomew Badburger aerobics Libra October. He doesn't have anything about looking for a woman. He's well into app development, skateboarding, and writing reviews. He lives for blue eyes and white hair. Active, carefree, extrovert, experimental, and romantic. His bad habit is burping in public. There's another B. His guilty pleasure is visiting stately homes. Let's find his dream date. This is a hipster and visiting, I don't know, chic, maybe? Well, I know I say this every time, but I think we have someone for Ursula. So Ursula Han Solo, we know her well. I make jokes about her never getting set up, but today is the day. VIP celebrity activist and a Libra. Look at that, they line up. 2 ticks of attraction. She likes bungee jumping, evil queendoms, and provocative art. Maybe that makes her a hipster? I don't really know. It's hard to tell with hipsters because they just seem like a combination of all the other ones. But 5 out of 5, she likes train spotting. I don't know what that means. Leaving clothes on the floor and burping in public. Those are both kind of messy things to do. I'm sure that they will be great. Alright, I believe in us. I believe that we can do it. We got the restaurant, we got the gift, we got the hair, we are Bartholomew. Okay, this establishment is more than satisfactory. 2 ticks of attraction right there, that's fantastic. And we brought you some avant-garde art glass. What's wrong with avant-garde art glass? Okay, we did spend a lot on it, so we're not doing terrible. How is that not arty? She likes provocative art. Okay, a hot no-meat dish. Didn't she like the black and white art print? What's wrong with the art glass? That's okay, we got kitty lovin'. We're doing fine, we're actually in the clear, I think, so that's good. Man, I'm like bummed out though. Why doesn't she like it? We'll start from as high up as we can when you're on holiday. Let's take each day as it comes, am I right? Yeah, let's just do that. Chaos can be a good thing. Okay, so to continue my story with now my new additions from today. So I gave my presentation and we watched the final presentations today. And they were all really, really good. It was really fun to watch them. There were a lot of games that I would really like to work on. Oh, spider. We don't care about the spider. But I don't need to work on another one. I'm super excited. My game actually got chosen to move on to the final presentations. And that doesn't mean that my game's going through just yet. But it means I get to present on Monday. Speaking of presenting on Monday, we do have a Twitch stream that will be up for it if you guys are interested in watching. Wait, this video is not going to go up in time. I just realized that. So hopefully you guys will tune in on my Twitch stream. I will have the link and I will post another video on Monday saying, hey, there's a Twitch stream tonight where I present my game. I think we can set these two up. Yes! We did it! We set up the unset-upable! But yeah, I really hope that you guys, like, if you're interested, it's a really fun program, and these ideas are all, like, really great game ideas. So, you know, join in, have a good time. I'll post a link in the description of Monday's video. I'll put up another video saying, hey, watch it. And, you know, maybe you guys can watch my presentation. I'll try and get a recording, so even if you can't, I'll have it up on my channel, but cool. Also, we set up Ursula. Suck it, Ursula. So now we have only VIPs, and I chose Rosalie Fleshstein here because she's looking for a man. We don't have a lot of lesbians, we don't have a lot of gay guys, so doing a straight girl seems like the easiest thing for us right now. She's a VIP pro-celebrity tennis player. Pro-tennis player wasn't good enough. Celebrity tennis player wasn't good enough. She is a pro-celebrity tennis player. And a Taurus born on April 29th, looking for a man. She's interested in rock climbing, doing magic tricks, and long-distance running. She loves green eyes and dark brown hair. Active, methodical, extrovert, experimental, and spicy. Her bad habit is rushing all the time. And her guilty pleasure is collecting thimbles again. So sporty now with some vintage. Okay. So we have one really good match, and that's Casper Weindiner, the 2-star dog groomer, and a Taurus, and also a sporty type. He likes sweatbands and leg warmers. You know who else likes sweatbands and leg warmers? Sporty types like Rosalie, and cocktail bars. I don't really know how that applies. But 3 ticks of attraction, that's super good. Not to mention 3 out of 5. Not amazing, but above average, where average, of course, being 2.5 out of 5. He likes studying zoology and over-gesticulating. I don't really know how these will line up, but I'm not too worried about it. I think these two are a great couple. So because we're dealing with a VIP, I went to a hard restaurant with, of course, Rosalie being the VIP and Casper being 2-star, but I wanted all the hearts I can get. The 3 ticks of attraction is fantastic, but I also brought a present. It's a digital pedometer. Yeah, simply delightful. And it is, yes, quite expensive. We have black swoodly-doos here and a cold dish with red meat's what we want. So beef tataki sounds good. Let's get some of that. So we have 3 personality traits. Well, okay, jackpot. Sweet. We have 3 personality traits that we can talk about. Yellow, green, and purple. So yellow and purple are here. I'm going to do interest, though. So I heard you like sweatbands. Sweatbands are really sweet. We like rock climbing. Yeah, sounds jolly. You know it, Casper, the friendliest of all ghosts. It is very fun. But yeah, so I'm super excited about having my game chosen. Part of me is like, I still can't believe it, because I always worry that I'm not creative enough. I mean, to be fair, should I have, like, paid attention to what he looks like? I mean, maybe. I'm assuming that he's this guy, because he's not a girl. But I feel like I'm never creative enough. Granted, I did come up with this idea over the summer, so it wasn't like the 1 week that we had to supposedly come up with the pitches, because, you know, I had the idea. But I'm not super concerned about that. It just feels really good to pitch an idea and have people like it. That's not to say that other people's were bad, like at all. Like, even if they didn't get chosen, these were all amazing pitches. I just feel like really honored, and it's great. It was imaginatively and subtly well presented. It had a hint of magical otherworldliness. It had an underbelly like a pastoral masterpiece. It had a magnificent overtone of regal triumphalism. It was mind-bogglingly satisfying. It had a fantastically smooth texture, and it had an unbelievably sublime aftertaste. Simply thrilled to hear it. Fantastic, and it is that time already. So let us ask you out. Yes, his heart is ours to do with what we please, good or bad. And we're back to easier clients. Maisie Spanglewaite. Wow, you don't see many last names like that, and I know I just said that. It might have been in the last episode, though, so you may not have seen that. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 or maximum of 3 episodes ago, but there are some good last names in this game. 2-star bank clerk and a Capricorn born on January 16th looking for a man. She's interested in death metal music, that's awesome. RTS games, those are pretty sweet. And silversmithing, I would if I could. She has a preference for hazel eyes and light brown hair. Relaxed, carefree, introvert, experimental, and spicy. Her bad habit is dribbling, and her guilty pleasure is car manuals. A little bit of a geeky type. I'm gonna guess car manuals are practical then. Well, I think we're going to try Jack Overless, and I say I think because I don't actually know if he's geeky or practical. Granted, either one is fine because she has a practical guilty pleasure. But he's a VIP oil tycoon and a Taurus. They line up horoscopically. They'll have 2 ticks of attraction when we make her hair ginger, and he does like going to bookshops. That might be geeky, or that might be hipsterish almost. DIY is definitely practical. Who knows what exploring shipwrecks is? But they're 3 out of 3, so there is the chance for something greater, and we don't know anything else about him. So I'm going to try this. If not, I have someone else who I can set her up with. But it was quite funny indeed after all of this shenanigans of finding out which games got through. Granted, there will be 10 more because the class gets to vote on 10, whereas the TAs and the teachers only got to choose 20. Cold with white meat. Guess it would be the grasshoppers. Let's get that. But I was talking with 2 other people who had gotten passed through, and it was kind of fun. Like, we all no one seemed to be taking it like our game was better than anyone else's. Like, most of the commentary was, how did mine get chosen and not this one? This one was awesome. And someone would be like, oh, I don't really know if that game was my style, but this one was really cool. And it was just an enjoyable atmosphere. You know, like, no one was like gloating. That was a fantastic part. No one was just like, yeah, mine got in and yours didn't, or anything like that. Like, you know, going through this major for 4 years, you meet some of the same people. I actually realized that I met one of the people that I was talking to, who I would say has almost become one of my greatest friends that I met just through this class. I met him in my freshman year. I just didn't know it. We were talking to the same professor at the same time, and I was just reminiscing about this memory that I had, and he's like, oh yeah, I was there. And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, I was indeed. What did we talk about? I think I'm going to try interests, because I want to test going to bookshops. Let's see what that's like. Okay, that is both rational and logical. Then in that case, we like RTS games. Okay. So that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Oh gosh, I did not. Oh my gosh, they look exact. Skylar. I probably ruined it. He's a VIP. I definitely ruined it. I have absolutely just ruined everything about this date. Maybe you can get a second date. Yeah, I was worried about that. I was very, very worried. So I believe the person that I'm just going to set her up with is Dean Hemridge, the 1-star shop security guard. He's a Cancer, so they don't line up horoscopically. I was fighting between if I wanted 3 ticks of attraction or lined up horoscopically. In the end, I went with 3 ticks of attraction because he also likes model aircraft, which I believe is practical and lines up well with her love of car manuals. But he also likes elves, so he's partially geeky. That's always good. They're 3 out of 5, both this and the other guy, and he has bad habit of losing mobile phones and likes expensive supercars. I don't know how that lines up, but I think he'll like car manuals and who knows about dribbling. But yeah, I'm pretty psyched for these 2 as long as we talk about blue, green, or purple. And apparently we're going back to Indian foods. That's awesome. I mean, ooh, I hear a nice car engine out there. Whew. I'm not sure if you could hear that. It was pretty loud, but who knows? We have a black super mustache here with long hair. Something hot with no meat. That's not kachumber. No, it's not. It's onion fritters, piage bhaji, of course. You don't get that a lot. I haven't seen onion fritters. It's all about the bindi bhaji. Yeah, so let's see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so everyone was just humble, and I met this guy like a couple years ago. So it was just really interesting to talk about, and we were just having a good time. Like, oh man, I really wish this pitch had gone through, or this pitch, and it was just an all-around good time. It's nice talking with people. That's also one thing I said, is that 4 years of dealing with this degree. He's having a wardrobe malfunction, okay. Well, I'm going to finish this real quick before I focus on that, but it's really nice to be able to sit down with these people, talk about what we're working on for our degrees, and have a good time. Okay, so light brown hair, like kind of short and shaggy, with the full beard, a brown fur coat over a purple shirt. Let's see what he comes back with. I think he came back with ginger hair. So let's do that. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I was just programming with this guy and we were bouncing ideas for each of our games back and forth. His is like a bullet hell game and mine is a rhetorically focused kind of first-person shooter style game. I don't remember what I've talked about. That's great. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think I can talk about organization. Probably should have known. I couldn't remember if I did blue and green or purple and green. Oh man, my memory's not working today. It's been a long day. Let's just put it that way. It's been a good day, but it has most certainly been a long day. Now, we're actually going to win Pachinko, so I still think we'll be okay to set these two up. But I probably should have been more careful about what we actually talked about. It'll be fine, I'm sure. They still fulfill the criteria. He's still 1 star, so we're great. Okay, so I know this episode has kind of been like all over the place. To sum up my rambling incoherence today, I'm super excited that my game got picked, and even though this game, I think this episode either goes up, I think it goes up Tuesday, if I had to guess, maybe Monday, or Wednesday, one of those 3. I'm not really sure, I've lost track, but either I hope to see you guys on the Twitch stream tonight, or I hope you showed up to the Twitch stream the other night. It'll be a lot of fun, I'm very certain. We have good news from Tony and Bartholomew, and not very good news from Tony. Mitchell and I are still in a relationship and sharing accommodation. We both enjoy magnifying glasses together. Ooh, I believe if you enjoyed them together, they call them binoculars. That was a dumb joke, because binoculars have 2 lenses. Our union is so total that I can easily abide his infatuation with classical art. I recall telling 1 or 2 lies, but it was in both our interests. Our happiness levels are high and still increasing, and we've sent a gift as a token of our appreciation. Thank you. Is it black and white art print? No, it's not. I need more black and white art prints, okay? Bartholomew? Ooh, so close! Oh, I really wanted Ursula to give me children. That would have just been fantastic. To get revenge for all the people she rejected. But, it is not to be, but this is still fantastic. Ursula and I are still an item and we've tied the knot. We both really love burping in public. We're so happy I can easily live with their love of train spotting. The best thing is I was completely honest with her from the get-go. We're like so fabulously well matched. It's like a fairy tale ending. We've sent you a little something to say thanks. I always feel like marriages are on the same level as couples who had babies, but they just lost the random number roll. Like, I don't know why they would get married and not have babies. I don't think there's anything really better I could have done than 5 out of 5, probably both hipsters and 2 ticks of attraction. I mean, maybe I could have gotten a 3rd tick of attraction, which probably would have raised my chances, but I think it all comes down to a random number roll if I had to guess, and I feel like those 2 might have given me babies if I had gotten just a little bit luckier, but what are you gonna do? Maybe next time. I'm sorry I couldn't get them from you though, Ursula. I'm supposed to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Until next time on Kitty Powers Matchmaker, a quest for all the achievements, goodbye.